Okay, let's go. Um, the first card sliding out feels abrupt. The Tower. Dark stone, lightning splitting the sky, fire bursting from the top. You see it clearly. This is not subtle change. This is collapse. But Virgo, this isn't happening to you. This is happening around your ex. Something in their life that was built on avoidance, ego, or denial is cracking open. A structure they relied on, a relationship, a situation, even a version of themselves is coming down fast. And the reason it feels so intense is because they didn't see it coming. You may have warned them, you may have sensed it, but they didn't listen. Right after that, the Five of Wands appears. The colors are chaotic, figures clashing, no one really winning. This is conflict. A tremendous fight, yes, but not just shouting or arguments. This is ego against ego, truth against lies. This is your ex being confronted by someone who refuses to play along anymore. And what's shocking, Virgo, is that a lot of what's coming out in this conflict has your name attached to it. Comparisons, regret. You were right. Things they never said to you, they're saying now, but under pressure. So take another breath is less than hash zero. 5 hashes greater than? Judgment rises next. Pale light, figures awakening. A call that cannot be ignored. This is the reckoning. This is your ex being forced to face the consequences of choices they made when they walked away from you, underestimated you, or thought they could replace what you offered. Judgment doesn't punish, it reveals. And what's being revealed now is how deeply they misjudged the situation. And you, now I'm pulling the devil. And listen carefully. This isn't about evil. This is about attachment, obsession, control, and shame. Your ex is stuck in a pattern they can't escape. They're reacting instead of choosing, fighting instead of understanding. And the fight you're seeing, it's not just with another person, it's with themselves. You were a mirror they didn't want to look into. Now that mirror is everywhere. The moon follows soft blues and shadows, confusion, things hidden in the dark. This tells me there are secrets involved, things you didn't know while you were with them, things that are now coming out in fragments, half-truths, contradictions. Someone is calling them out, asking questions they can't answer without exposing themselves. And Virgo, part of why this feels so heavy is because intuitively you knew, you felt something was off back then. You just chose peace over proof. You see, while all of this is happening to them, your energy looks very different. The Queen of Pentacles shows up bathed in warm earth tones, calm, grounded, unshaken. This is you, stable, quietly thriving, not involved in chaos anymore. And that contrast is painful for your ex. Because while they're fighting, spiraling, defending, you're no longer available to be blamed. You're no longer reactive. You've stepped into self-worth. Now the Knight of Cups appears reversed. Emotional immaturity, apologies that come too late, feelings they don't know how to express properly. There's a strong chance your ex wants to reach out during or after this conflict, not necessarily to fix things, but to seek validation, comfort, or grounding. Be aware of that, Virgo. Their storm is not yours to calm anymore. The star comes in gently now, soft, light, hope after chaos. This card isn't about them healing yet. It's about you. This whole situation, as intense as it sounds, is actually clearing the energetic tie between you. The universe is showing you very clearly what you escaped, what you outgrew, why things had to end the way they did. And finally, the Six of Swords, figures moving away from rough waters into calmer ones. This is you leaving the emotional battlefield behind completely. their fight, their collapse, their awakening. It's not meant to pull you back in. It's meant to set you free. So, if you've been wondering why thoughts of your ex suddenly resurfaced, why you felt a strange heaviness or curiosity, this is why. Energy was shifting, truth was erupting, and your soul was being reminded of how far you've come. This story isn't finished yet. Things are still unfolding behind the scenes. But one thing is clear, Virgo. You are no longer meant to be in the middle of the chaos. You've already learned the lesson. Stay grounded, stay observant, and trust that whatever happens next only confirms your growth. And I'll leave the energy right here. Still moving, still revealing, still unfolding. And Virgo, before we fully close this energy, I want you to really sit with what this means for you, because this reading was never meant to scare you or pull you backward. It was meant to validate something deep inside you that already knew the truth. What's happening to your ex is the delayed consequence of choices made when they ignored intuition, ignored love, ignored stability, the tremendous fight, the collapse, the emotional chaos. It's not punishment, it's awakening. But awakening is rarely gentle for people who resisted growth for too long. You, on the other hand, you chose differently. You chose silence over drama, distance over disrespect, healing over proving a point. And that choice shifted your entire timeline. That's why you're no longer in the blast radius of their storm. You might hear about it, you might sense it, you might feel a brief emotional tug, but you are not meant to step back into it. There is nothing you need to say. There is nothing you need to fix. There is nothing you need to explain. If communication comes, you'll feel it clearly in your body, whether it's aligned or not. And Virgo, trust yourself enough to honor that feeling. You don't owe access to anyone who only learned your value through loss. The universe didn't remove you from that situation by accident. It removed you because you had outgrown the lesson. And now what's unfolding is simply confirmation. So take a slow breath, let the energy settle, and know this: peace is not boring, stability is not weakness, and walking away was one of the strongest things you ever did. Thank you for being here, for holding space with this reading, and for trusting the messages that